Good afternoon. I'm Nerissa Sandy, and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, coming to you with the compliments of Courts and Fund Limited.
Find the season's best deals at Courts. Shop today for up to 50% off on your favorite items like the Sony 50-inch 4K Smart TV. It's now just $3,799. Save $1,800. The Ashley Callion Love Seat is now only $2,299. Save $700. Save $600 off the Whirlpool 9 cubic foot refrigerator. Now $1,999. And get this Technical Pro rechargeable speaker, now only $849. With Ready Finance, shop today with no cash and get 90 days for your first payment. It's the season's best deals, only at Courts. Courts, bringing value home.
Welcome back. In the news, Commissioner of Police Colin John says there has been a reduction in crime here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines during the 2021-2022 period. John, who made the revelation while delivering his Christmas message, indicated that the police force made 15 arrests, seized 35 firearms and 407 ammunition during the 2021-2022 period. He said he attributes the success of the force to hard work, noting that police officers are called upon to execute challenging tasks during national and private events, most of which turn out to be incident-free. Commissioner John said there are several areas in which some members of the force have fallen short, including reports of alleged unlawful physical assaults on civilians, complaints of neglect when urgent reports are made by civilians, mistreating government property, including transports, building fixtures and fittings, as well as uniforms. The commissioner also highlighted that plans are in place to, among other things, restructure the organization in the new year. St. Vincent and the Grenadines recorded its 40th homicide following the death of Bernard Bramble, a 59-year-old man of Lomans, Leeward. In a release, the major crime unit attached to the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is investigating the circumstances surrounding Bramble's death. The report says his body was discovered in some nearby bushes at approximately 8:15 yesterday morning in Lomans, Leeward, with what appeared to be injuries to the head. Police said persons with information can assist with this investigation and are encouraged to contact the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of crime at telephone number 71211 extension 4816, or any police station or police officer one might be comfortable speaking with. In related news, Javid Alexander, a 29-year-old painter of Redemption Shops, is now homeless after the house he dwelled in was completely destroyed along with all of its contents by fire. A report from the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force Fire Department says the incident transpired yesterday, December the 22nd, in Redemption Shops. The house was a 16 by 14 two-story wooden house, and police are carrying out investigations into the matter. Vincentians are being encouraged to be mindful of their habits during the festive Christmas season, with just 2 days to go before Christmas. The encouragement has come from local psychologist Dr. Joselle Miller while speaking on NBC Radio on the topic Lessons Learned at Christmas. And Dr. Miller said persons tend to spend recklessly at Christmas without thinking of the long-term effects.
It's very interesting when we see what happens at Christmas. And there are so many things that we should take stock of or be mindful of as lessons to learn, moving from one Christmas to the next. We have certain habits that we find it difficult to fight. And sometimes in the long run, we end up paying very dearly for it. And one of the things I observe, we know that Christmas has now become very sensationalized. It's very commercialized. It's a lot of spending.
Households are usually bustling with activity.
And Dr. Miller also spoke of the excessive shopping and overeating.
the festive Christmas season and the effects on one's health.
Persons do the excess in terms of the shopping, the grocery shopping as well. That, oh, I have to have, if I don't have my malt and my beer and my this and my that, and you ask yourself, are you going to consume all of that? And then the other thing is that you force yourself into gluttony because it's Christmas and we have to eat up and we have to drink up. And come January, a lot of persons end up being ill.
That was local psychologist Dr. Giselle Miller speaking on NBC Radio. In the region, Grenada's Prime Minister awarded 2022 Everybody's Magazine Person of the Year. Should Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell accept the magazine's invitation, he will be honored in September at the King's Theatre in New York or the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. in September of 2023. We hear more in this report from GBN News in Grenada.
He's the new kid on the block in the political arena. But Grenada's 44-year-old Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell has already made his mark locally, regionally, and to some extent, internationally. It was in November of 2021 he made his political debut, publicly announcing his entry into frontline politics as the leader of the National Democratic Congress.
Our job is to persuade the people of Grenada that the National Democratic Congress is ready and able to govern and transform Grenada.
After leading a campaign with a difference, toppled the then Prime Minister and long-standing political leader of the new National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell. PM Mitchell, an attorney at law by profession, contested the constituency of St. David and won his seat with 4,414 votes.
That report from GBN News out of Grenada. Still in the region, St. Lucia's Fire Service issued holiday prevention safety tips following a multiple vehicle collision on Thursday, December 22nd. We hear more in this report from HTS News Force in St. Lucia.
Households are usually bustling with activity around the holiday season, with appliances being used more often as families cook extra meals for special feasts, erect decorative lights, and spend time together. And while loved ones may be enjoying the merriment of festivities, they are reminded to stay alert as the odds of house fires increases drastically during the holiday season. The St. Lucia Fire Service officials say cooking and the use and misuse of electricity are the main causes of house fires. The first responders are urging individuals to ensure that their electrical installations are safe.
Have the electrical wiring inspected every 4 to 5 years. Limit the use of extension cords and electrical adapters, as they may become overheated and start a fire. Avoid overloading of outlets. Plug only one device per outlet unless the load can be verified.
Fire officials are also asking people to ensure that the correct lights are used for indoors and outdoors. Additionally, families are encouraged to have an escape plan.
Christmas, having at least 2 exits out of every room. Develop an emergency escape plan that is familiar to every family member.
Well, that report was from HTS News in St. Lucia. Now on to the international news now. We're hearing that a powerful Arctic storm is sweeping across a large swathe of the United States and Canada. The BBC said in a report that the alert stretched from coast to coast and reached as far south as the U.S.-Mexico border and Florida. More than 135 million people are on the weekend weather alerts ahead of the busiest travel days of the year. Major airports have cancelled thousands of flights as the storm intensifies. Experts warn that this could lead to frostbite within 5 to 10 minutes. On the West Coast, Washington is currently the worst affected state, with more than 10,000 customers currently without power. And in sports, England World Cup winner George Cohen has died at the age of 83. The right back played every minute of the 6 matches in the 1966 tournament and was vice captain for the 4-2 win over West Germany in the Wembley final. Cohen, according to the BBC, who spent his entire club career at Fulham, won 37 caps for England. And this brings us to the end of of WEFM's Midday News, 12:15 Midday Newscast. I'm Nerissa Sandy, and at this time, I'll give you a recap of the major news headlines. On the local scene, the Commission of Police reports general reduction in crime for 2021-2022. Police carries out investigation as SVG records its 40th homicide. In the region, Grenada's Prime Minister awarded 2022 Everybody's Magazine Person of the Year. And on the international scene, Arctic storm sweeps across the United States and Canada. And in sports, England World Cup winner George Cohen has died at the age of 83. This brings us to the end of our Midday News. I'm Nerissa Sandy. Thank you for listening. Our next newscast will come your way at 3:30.
Find the season's best deals at Courts. Shop today for up to 50% off on your favorite items like the Sony 50-inch 4K Smart TV. It's now just $3,799. Save $1,800. The Ashley Callion Love Seat is now only $2,299. Save $700. Save $600 off the Whirlpool 9 cubic foot refrigerator. Now $1,999. And get this technical pro rechargeable speaker, now only $849. With ready finance, shop today with no cash and get 90 days